Hi fashion lover! Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Evelyn. And good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Today, I'm taking you on a full journey. From spotting this Georgia's Guest Spring campaign inspired dress on Pinterest, all the way to sewing my own version from scratch. This dress has dreamy ocean wash green and blue tones, a breezy silhouette and flowy sleeves. Exactly what spring vibes are all about. In this video, I'll talk the design details, match fabric at a local textile store, draft patterns, and sew it up together. If you love fashion DIY with real runway inspiration, stick around.
Guest Spring 2021 campaign was all about sun-drenched shores, shimmering seas, and that effortless beachy vibe, shot on location in Sicily, Italy. While the official campaign includes a wide range of pieces, one look really caught my eye. The flowy, printed shirt dress that feels like sunshine meeting sea foam. It's romantic yet relaxed, perfect for spring and summer. Let's analyze what makes this dress so unforgettable. The color palette. Soft greens and wash blues that transition almost like watercolor. The silhouette. Loose, flowy, with a slightly cinched waist and relaxed sleeves. The details. Lightweight fabric. Long sleeves with gentle gathers. Soft color and easy breezy feel. You can see from these shots how the movement of the fabric makes the outfit look effortless, perfect for seaside strolls. My goal isn't an exact copy, but a realistic DIY replication, so it stays true to the vibe while using fabric I can find locally. My mission? Find something as close as possible to this ocean wash greenish print. I'm looking for lightweight rayon or chiffon for that flow, a color story with blues, greens, maybe a hint of cream, a print with an abstract or watercolor feel, and of course, cheap price. Okay, I'm at one of my favorite local textile store. This first one feels nice, but it's a bit too bright. The second one's almost perfect. See the blended greens and subtle pattern? What I love about this is how the colors kind of bleed into each other, almost like the ocean meets the shore. It's not exact, but it's close enough that when sewn into my dress, it will give that guest-inspired look without being a costume. Now that I have my fabric, let's talk pattern. Bodice, a relaxed fit with a soft color and a front button placket. Waist, slightly cinched with a fabric belt. Skirt, a line with enough fullness to flow in the breeze. Sleeves, long, loosely gathered at the cuffs. Here's how I drafted the pattern based on Pinterest dress and the guest vibe. You can use my pattern directly if we have the same size. If your size is small, reduce 1 cm at the side of the body's front and back downward. And vice versa, if your size is L, add 1 cm at the side of the body's front and back downward. My size is M and my height is 160 cm. It's standard Asian size. I draw along the pattern making the seam line bold so it's clearly defined. This helps keep the stitching accurate and consistent later on. A clear seam line makes the entire sewing process much smoother. As I start pinning the fabric together, I always slow down and make sure everything is aligned. This part feels a bit like red carpet prep, quiet, focused, and all about the details. Lately, I've been loving how stars like Zendaya and Hailey Bieber keep their looks clean and effortless. And that's the same energy I want here. Each pin holds the fabric in place, just like styling keeps an outfit sharp. Taking time with pinning makes a huge difference in how polished the final piece looks. Start by threading my needle and tying a small knot at the end of the thread. Bring the needle down through the fabric from the surface, right where I want my stitch line to begin. Now, insert the needle back up a short distance away. Don't worry about perfection. Basting stitches are meant to be loose and temporary. Pull the thread through gently, leaving the fabric flat and relaxed. Continue stitching in this simple in and out motion, keeping the stitches longer and evenly spaced. There's no need to pull tightly, just enough to hold the layers together. I stitch the bodice front and back and press the seam open. Next up, sleeves. I'm adding a gentle gather at the cuffs so it stays loose and romantic, just like the campaign dress. Time for the skirt. I'm going to gather the bodice and the skirt, and cover that gather with a waistband. I sew 3 rows of gathering stitches using the longest stitch setting on my machine. Before I start gathering, there is one very important step. Mark the center back, the right and left side points, and the center front of the dress. This is very important because after gathering, it's usually hard to tell which part is the back and which part are the sides. I also mark the waistband in the same way, center back, side points, and center front, so everything lines up correctly when attaching the waistband. I'm using a contrast color thread, so the gathering stitches are easy to see and easy to be removed later. I gently pull the thread to gather the fabric. I'm pulling all 3 rows together at the same time. Now, I adjust the gathers and spread them evenly along the fabric, making sure the fullness is balanced from end to end. I'm creating a waistband. I'm starting by using interfacing to give structure to the waistband. I lay the interfacing flat on my table and draw a rectangle. The length of this rectangle is my waist measurement, where I want the waistband sit, minus the width of the button placket, which is 2 cm. So 77 minus 2 cm gives me 75 cm. Once it's marked, I cut the interfacing out. Next, I place the interfacing on the wrong side of the fabric, making sure it's aligned properly. Now, I'm fusing it with an iron. I set the iron to a medium heat, suitable for the fabric I'm using, and turn off the steam. I place the iron down gently and press, without sliding, for about 10 to 15 seconds at a time. I leave the iron and move to the next section, repeating this until the entire interfacing is fused. This helps the glue melt evenly and allows the fabric to bond firmly to the waistband. After fusing, I let it cool completely so the interfacing sets properly and stays smooth and secure. Now, I'm measuring the waistband to find all the key points. First, I fold the waistband to determine the center back and mark it clearly with an erasable marker. From there, I measure and mark the side points. Don't forget the 2 cm of the button placket width. I repeat the same marking on both sides of the waistband, so I have a clear guide while sewing. These marks help me align everything accurately. When attaching the waistband, I match the center back of the waistband with the center back of the dress, and I do the same for the side and the front. This ensures the waistband is evenly distributed and sits perfectly once it's sewn in place.
Now, add the color. This time, I'm using a method similar to making a waistband. First, I measure the circumference of the color carefully. Using this measurement, I create a rectangle on the interfacing. I'm using interfacing to make it hold shape but still stay soft.
The length of the rectangle matches the color measurement exactly, and the width is based on the finish color I want. After I cut my fabric, I usually overlock all the edges to keep everything clean and neat while working. But this time it's different. This fabric has gold speckles that are clumped together, so it can go through the overlock machine properly. As a result, some parts are overlocked while others are still raw. I also tried using zigzag stitch, but it didn't help. I should finish with bias tape. I'm starting with the direction of the fabric. I will cut on the diagonal, also called the bias, because this direction gives the fabric a little stretch and makes it perfect for binding curves. First, I mark the fabric along the bias line. I made a lot of lines. Once they are marked, I carefully cut the fabric into long strips. Now, I'm using a bias tape maker. I fit the strip of fabric into the bias tape maker, keeping it centered as it goes in. As the fabric comes out, the edges fold in automatically. I press it immediately with an iron to set the folds neatly in place. This is how much bias tape I've made so far, and I'll need quite a lot more to finish this project.
Now I'm finishing the hem using bias tape. Once that stitches, I flip the bias tape over to the inside, enclosing the raw edge neatly. I press it flat, making sure the tape lies evenly all the way around.
I place the pretty side of the bias tape right sides together with pretty side of the dress. I sew along the crease of the tape. Then I sew again close to the folded edge to secure the finish. This gives the hem a clean, polished look with no raw edges showing. See how the print flows downwards? That's going to give my dress movement and fluidity. Last big step, seam assembly. I sew the sleeves to the dress and press everything so that I am almost there. Buttons. I choose small greenish buttons to keep it classic. I'm so close to done. Just a few final tweaks. Before I take my bias tape to the sewing machine, I always start with a hand basting stitch. This step helps me make sure both sides of the bias tape are fully cut and that the raw edge of the fabric is neatly sandwiched inside. I know this method can feel a bit tedious and time-consuming, but for me, it's the best way to get really clean, precise results. When I skip basting and go straight to the machine, I often find that only one side gets stitched down properly, while the other side misses the seam. Then I have to seam rip and redo everything, which takes even more time. By basting first, I can sew with confidence and get a neat finish every time. This is the moment finish dress. Look at how the colors ripple like water and how it moves when I walk. This fabric did such a great job giving that guest spring beachy aura. I said beachy aura. Just like in the campaign, it feels relaxed yet elevated, perfect for spring days or seaside evenings. I'm really happy with how this turned out. Thanks so much for sewing with me. Hit that subscribe button and comment below. Tell me what outfit you want me to recreate next. See you in the next video. Keep greeting, keep sewing.